Yo, what's happening? I lost footage for the first time ever, so that's why we're starting today's video off like this. Quick rundown on the plan. We found out that there was a big issue with the AU Falcon. We found out that there was more broken than just the library axle. We found out that the brake caliper was completely broken and the brake pads were destroyed, so I needed to go to the wreckers to get some new ones. In the accident, went on a really weird position and it ended up grinding on the rotor. There was a lot of heat there and it caused the thing to fail. So we're gonna have to go get some rear calipers and I'll probably just get some rear pads as well. Before we started to fix the AU Falcon, we had a special guest come around, Liam, aka 7th Era. He brought his chaser over so we could do some work to where we installed the intercooler on it. We've also got a special rare 1 of 1 7th Era. 1 of 1. Collectible. Actually, no, 1 of 1.
I'm an NFT, so swipe up to buy it. Yeah, pop the hood, dude.
Pop the hood. It went pretty smoothly. There was just a few things that we needed to chop. Other than that, it actually went in really easy. There was only a few like minor problems like the fitment issues, and it kind of sucked because he had to use one of the standard pipes on the intercooler, so his kit didn't come with one pipe. So there's just this OEM pipe still chilling in his engine bay, but it still looks really good. I rate it. I think it looks sick. Had a good time installing it, and his car goes pretty quick. After finishing up in the garage, we gathered all the tools that we needed to bring to the wreckers, and then we headed there. Oh, the camera.
Country road.
Handbrake, bro.
No. Tempting. We're taking Liam's wrecker virginity.
Yes, I've never been to a wrecker before.
Yes. $2 entry, and you can pick and pull everything. Dude, Peter, tell them what you said.
Just think about all the people when you see the cars, like the mangled, crashed vehicles.
I've never thought about it like that.
Swipe up to buy the merch. Link in bio. Is that an AU Falcon?
AU Falcon?
Is that an AU Falcon? We are here for one thing and one thing only, and that is the brake caliper. We might grab some other little things, like bits and pieces. There's some badges that I know these boys will probably want to take because, I don't know, it's fun having like a badge in your room. But this is a Series 1 AU chilling right here. There are 2 calipers on here, but we're gonna look for like a Series 2 or 3. I don't know if there's any difference between the 1, 2, or 3 rear brakes. I know there's a difference in the front rotors. If there is a difference in the back, then we're gonna have a bit of a problem. So there's a caliper right here, but it's a Series 1 Falcon. I know you Americans love the Barra, and we have plenty of them here. This is an NA Barra, but there are plenty good ones for boost. This looks like a Series 1, I think. Oh God.
Can't park there, mate.
We're taking this rear caliper off. It's 15mm bolts, 2 15mm, one at the back. But yeah, really easy to remove. We're gonna take the brakes as well. I probably should get some new rotors, but every single pair of rotors here are gonna be covered in rust like this, and they're all gonna have like crazy lips, so we're not gonna pick up any of those. We are going to probably purchase a new set for ours and go from there, I guess. See how we go. Am I telling you what to listen?
Whoa, what is that?
Brake fluid, it's green. That's what happens when brake fluid absorbs water, it turns green.
Yeah. Is that good or bad?
It's bad, it's very bad.
Alright, what happened?
I've lost my tool.
Wasn't it just where the car was?
I looked, but it wasn't there.
Isn't that an expensive tool?
It's not that, dude. It's my favorite tool.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Can't be replaced. Like that. Yeah, you.
Oh shit. Very nice.
There she is.
Got it. Thanks, bro.
Continuous bleep.
Bleep. Oh, you got it. Leverage.
You.
What are you doing, Liam?
I'm trying to pull this tubing out.
Hide your eyes.
Oh, fuck.
You. Oh, it's too far.
Oh! We are back from the wreckers now. Unfortunately, the guys have already gone home, so we'll be doing this solo. It did take a little bit of time to do Liam's intercooler because some of the things went wrong, of course, because every 20-minute job ends up being, you know what it's like. You tell people that you're gonna be 20 minutes, 30 minutes. With a car, it always ends up being like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And that's probably gonna be the case with it right now. So we're gonna start putting everything back onto the AU Falcon, and trying to sort of get as much jack pressure up on top of the diff so we can tighten these arms down properly. They're loose in there right now, but we'll have enough pressure on there hopefully so we don't flog the bushings when this is all on the ground. We also need to install the caliper. We're also just I'm gonna use the brake pads that I have on these rotors, even though there's like no life left on them, but you know, I don't really have an option right now, so gonna have to just run these rotors. Probably not gonna make the best sort of sounds because these have probably been sitting in like a paddock forever. The lip on them is enormous. But yeah, she'll be right, mate. We got the density boy here, one of two, and we've just finished putting everything back together. You saw me crawling underneath and around the car. Every single bolt's now tightened. We've got all the calipers on there now. It's all ready to go. Have a sus. Have a big sus. I know you guys love me saying that. So yeah, we got the caliper on. Every single arm is ready to go. ABS sensors on. We've got the sway bar back in there. And Peter came at the perfect time because we now need to bleed the brakes. So because these rotors have like the biggest slip on them, there's probably like not enough material left for the caliper to even function, but we're just gonna bleed the brakes and hopefully we get some pressure at the back. I don't think I have enough brake fluid to bleed it properly. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Maybe, you know, we don't even have diff fluid as well. Like really I should just keep this thing in the air until I get some diff fluid, but I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, we'll just see how we go.
It sounds like China move.
Yeah. So I've got the car chilling right now. It's on. It's in first gear. So this wheel is spinning. And of course it's making a horrible sound. This is what's concerning over here. You know, it's an LSD and this one's not moving, but it looks like it's trying. Oh, dude, I think we might have an LSD.
LSD?
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. That's a lazy diff, but there's a lot of corrosive and stuff and we're not giving it any power.
True.
Yeah.
So maybe it needs more power to lock up.
Yeah. But I noticed my open differential when I had it right, there was no chance it would ever spin both at the same time right now in the air. This is pretty cool that it's spinning both, which is confirming that it's an LSD. So we also got to take the wheels out of this car because I've got to give them back to Smeng. Smeng, just want to say thanks again for loaning me your wheels. I'm sorry I broke them, man. Just to remind you guys of why we went on this whole adventure. So, you know, changing the diff was because I messed up. I got into a bit of a situation and I lost it. Just a good meme. Just a reminder of what happened. I'll bring it out. Here she is.
Oh my god.
So Smeng wants this back so he can reclaim this tire, which I'm pretty sure should be alright. If it's not, I'm buy you one, Smeng. Make sure you let me know. Now the sad thing is, I really wanted to keep this star, but because they're Smeng's wheels, he wanted to keep the star. Our little starfish friend is going to be hung up somewhere in Smeng's bedroom. So you reckon that's where it went?
Something like that. That was another few pieces.
Yeah, this one? Yeah, this one? God damn, the wheel's like an oval right now. It's a full oval.
It's finished.
Finally, they're chucking in the ground. Look at that. The AU's back. Oh, what the hell? Whoa. It's leaking, man. I've got my microphone, so hopefully you can hear me, but it is extremely windy. And there's a helicopter too. Awesome. The Falcon is now on the ground now. It's ready to be driven. We're gonna test out to see if this LSD actually works. I'm super excited to do that. I hope it lays some fat 11s and not a single peg, because that would suck. That would really suck. So this is something that I probably won't be recording, but I'll show you this because I feel like you guys need to know. Update on the JZX100 Chaser, the longest project in the world. About to install a pump, so probably somewhere in today, not in today's video, probably somewhere today I'll be installing the Walbro 525 and testing it out for the very first time. I'm pretty sure everything should run. The wiring seems pretty good. I've tested everything, tested for continuity. And it seems really good. I've got this box as well over here full of Raceworks couplings. I got these ages ago. They've just been sitting here. I wish I knew about Raceworks a lot earlier, because Raceworks sells so many other little things, like all the fittings that I've got currently on the fuel pressure regulator are all from Raceworks, but these are black couplings and they're gonna look way better in my opinion than the blue ones in here right now. I'm gonna try to do like maybe a black chrome theme for the 1J. I feel like that's gonna look a lot better than what we got going on right now. Right now, there's a total of 3 colors in the engine bay. Black, red, silver, and blue. That's 4 actually. So that's just too many. So yeah, we're gonna do something about that and hopefully make this thing a little bit more cleaner. It feels good being in the AU Falcon again. It's very echoey in here, but I'm excited to get this thing back running. I still need to fill up with some diff fluid. Damn, it's actually such a good seating position. I love how the steering wheel just comes out just a little bit. Oh, this thing's gonna be sick, especially because we've also got an LSD now and we don't have welded diff. The plan as well is if it does do a single peg, then that does mean that the diff is lazy and we can reshim it. We can make it so it locks up a lot better, but then you run the risk of the shims being too aggressive and then it essentially just acts as a welded diff. So if it does lay a single peg, then we're just going to end up welding the diff, and that's still going to give us the benefit always spinning both wheels and having a 3.45 diff ratio. Now, if you don't understand diff ratios, pretty much the higher the number, the better in most cases in terms of responsive the car feels. So if you have a really long ratio diff, so 3:1, that means the gear is, in my mind how it works is there's 2 gears. There's a small gear and a big gear. I don't know exactly which way it is, but I know that for every revolution of something spins 3 times. So if it's a 3:1, every time the first gear spins, the other gear is gonna spin 3 times as much as that first gear. And you can understand the logic here, because the shorter it is, so if it's a 4:1, so a higher number, every time that first gear spins, the other gear is gonna spin 4 times that speed. I do get it, I understand it. I just can't really explain it that well. Just the bigger the number, the better. Especially when you're dealing with an NA car, which doesn't make much power to begin with. You want the smallest gears because then you get the most response, because obviously there's not a lot of power to begin with. So I've got a 4.1 to 1 in the Chaser, and that is very short. So first gear runs out really quickly because the car makes a lot of power, so it just beats through first gear, and first gear is rendered almost useless. But in a car that doesn't make much power, well, I didn't have the handbrake on the whole time, but in a car that doesn't make much power, you can understand that the smaller the ratio, the better. The only con in this all is that if you have a really small ratio diff, then you're going to be sitting at a really high RPM on the highway. So I know that with a 3.7 in one of these cars, on the highway you'll be hitting 2,500 RPM at 100 k's an hour. Kind of ridiculous, just a waste of fuel. And it gets even worse, obviously, the higher you go up. But yeah, sick to have this car back. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I know the content's been slow on the Chaser, but I hope you enjoyed the AU Falcon stuff. I will see you all very soon. We're going to test out that diff. Catch you all in the next one. See ya.
My name's Liam and I am a virgin.